Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. We're going to be jumping headfirst into the world of XR this time.
And that's extended reality for anyone just joining us.
Yeah, extended reality and how it's really changing the way we think about learning and training.
Exactly. And to guide our deep dive today, we have some very interesting sources.
Yeah.
We have the latest XR Today report.
Okay.
We also have some really cool insights into a company that's making some big waves in the XR space called EON Reality.
Okay, awesome.
Some real-world examples of XR in action, too.
Okay, so XR, I mean, it is kind of a broad term, right?
It is a bit of a broad term.
Can we just break down what kind of stuff it encompasses?
Absolutely. So when we say XR, we're really talking about three key technologies.
Okay.
AR, VR, and MR.
Augmented reality, virtual reality.
And mixed reality. That's the MR.
Okay.
So think of AR as overlaying digital elements onto the real world.
Oh, okay.
Like if you remember back when everyone was chasing Pokemon around.
Yeah, I remember Pokemon Go.
Yeah, Pokemon Go. That's a perfect example of AR. Now, VR, on the other hand, that's full immersion into a virtual environment.
Right.
Blocking out the real world entirely.
Gotcha.
And then MR, well, that's where things get really, really cool because it blends the real and virtual worlds together.
Okay.
Allowing you to interact with both simultaneously.
So it's not just about, slapping on a headset and then you're just in a video game or something.
Right, exactly.
Like you can actually enhance our experience of the real world too.
Precisely. And that's what makes XR so powerful for learning and training because you can create these experiences that are not only engaging and immersive, but they're really relevant to real-world scenarios.
I am looking at this XR Today report, and I am seeing a pretty wild statistic here.
Oh, yeah.
84% of organizations have either already adopted or are at least thinking about using XR.
Wow.
I mean, that's a lot. That is huge.
It is a huge number, and it's a really clear indicator that this isn't just a fad.
Yeah.
XR is here to stay, and it's really transforming the way we learn and work.
So what's driving this massive wave of adoption then?
Well, I think there are a few things at play.
Okay.
First, the technology itself has come a long way.
Okay.
We have more affordable headsets now. They're much more user-friendly.
Yeah.
The software is more powerful, and there's a lot more content and applications available.
So it's more accessible now?
It's way more accessible, and I think people are realizing that XR offers some really tangible benefits.
Yeah, what kind of tangible benefits?
Well, for starters, XR can make learning so much more engaging and effective than traditional methods.
Okay.
Think about it. You can learn how to operate a complex piece of machinery by actually interacting with a virtual replica of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Or you could practice surgery in a realistic VR operating room.
So it's like hands-on learning.
Yeah, it's like hands-on learning.
But without the risk.
Exactly, without the risk.
Okay.
And that's what makes it so powerful.
So it's kind of like learning by doing, but on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it.
Okay, I like that.
And because you can tailor these XR experiences to an individual's needs and learning style, it's really effective for personalized learning.
So we're talking faster learning.
Absolutely.
Better retention of information.
Yeah.
And just quicker adaptation to new skills in general.
You got it. And it's not just about the individual learner either.
Okay.
Organizations are finding that XR can boost collaboration and communication.
Oh, okay. How so?
Even for teams that are spread out geographically.
Okay.
Imagine being able to bring together engineers from all over the world to work on a virtual prototype.
That'd be awesome.
Right. Or sales teams who can practice their pitches in a simulated customer environment.
Okay.
The possibilities are truly endless.
So it seems like XR is more than just a shiny new toy.
It really is.
Like it's a really powerful tool that's actually being used to solve real problems.
Absolutely. And we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah.
As XR technology keeps evolving, we can expect to see even more creative applications.
Okay, so before we get too carried away with, what the future holds.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about this company. We mentioned EON Reality.
Yeah.
They're doing some pretty interesting things in this XR learning space.
They are. And what's really interesting about EON Reality is they're really tackling head-on some of the biggest challenges to widespread XR adoption.
Okay. Like what?
One of the main barriers has been the cost and the complexity of developing XR content.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Traditional methods, they can be super time-consuming and expensive.
Yeah.
And they often require a lot of technical expertise.
So is EON Reality all about making XR more affordable and accessible then?
Exactly. They've developed this suite of AI-powered solutions.
AI powered, that's cool.
Yeah, to streamline the content creation process
Okay,
and make XR within reach for many more organizations.
that's awesome.
Their EON AI platform can actually generate these immersive learning environments in under a minute.
Wait, hold on, under a minute.
Under a minute.
That's insane. How does that even work?
It's pretty amazing. Essentially, it uses AI and machine learning
Okay.
to automate a lot of the tasks that used to require, human intervention.
Okay.
So it can take existing content like 3D models, images, videos, and transform them into interactive, immersive learning experiences.
So instead of starting from scratch,
Right.
you can just kind of use what you already have.
Exactly. And that drastically cuts down the time, the cost, and the technical expertise.
Okay, so that's huge for organizations who, might not have the resources to put together a whole XR team.
Absolutely. It really opens up the doors for so many more organizations to get involved.
And that probably explains why we're seeing this rapid adoption
Right.
across all sorts of different fields now.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just creating the environments. They also offer tools like EON AI Mentor.
Okay, so this sounds cool.
Yeah.
What is EON AI Mentor?
So this acts as a personalized AI guide within the virtual world.
Oh, so I'm picturing myself like in VR,
Yeah.
learning some new skill.
Yeah.
And there's this AI mentor like cheering me on. It's
Yeah.
like having a personal coach.
Yeah. Well,
Right there in the virtual world.
okay, so this is tying into the whole personalized learning that
Right.
everybody's talking about.
Exactly. And EON AI Mentor can really tailor that training experience to your specific needs,
Okay.
your learning style, and give you feedback and guidance along the way.
So it's not just about making these cool environments.
Yeah.
It's about making them smart and adaptive
Right.
so they can really work for the individual learner.
Precisely. And that's where EON Reality is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with XR learning.
Okay.
They're combining the power of AI with these immersive virtual environments.
Yeah.
And creating experiences that are not just engaging, but really effective.
All of this sounds super promising, but I'm curious how this is being used in the real world.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Like, what are the actual applications here?
Well, that's a perfect segue into the next part of our deep dive.
We're going to take a closer look at some real-world examples
Let's do it.
of how EON Reality solutions are being used across industries.
Okay, cool. I'm ready.
All right, so let's dive into some real-world examples.
Okay.
One of the most exciting areas that EON Reality is working in is with digital twins.
Okay, I've heard of digital twins.
Yeah.
What are they exactly, and how are they being used with XR and all this learning stuff?
So a digital twin, it's like creating a perfect virtual replica
Oh, okay.
of a physical object or system, like down to the smallest detail.
Wow. Okay.
And it's incredibly valuable for training, for simulation, and even for monitoring things remotely.
So it's like a virtual copy of something real.
Right.
But
Right.
how does that translate into learning then?
So let's say you're trying to train technicians to maintain a really complex machine,
Okay.
like a wind turbine.
Okay.
Those can be located miles offshore.
Yeah.
Instead of having to bring them to an actual turbine, you could use a digital twin.
Okay.
And they can virtually, dismantle it, see how all the parts work, identify different components, even simulate malfunctions,
That's awesome.
all without any risk of damaging the actual turbine.
Okay, so it's like hands-on training, but totally safe.
Exactly.
And less expensive, I'm assuming, too?
Way less expensive. And EON Reality has this huge library of digital twins for all sorts of industries.
Really?
Yeah, they even partnered with Boeing
Wow.
to develop digital twins for aircraft maintenance training.
Okay, so trainees can, like, walk around a virtual airplane,
Yeah.
interact with all the different systems, practice procedures without, breaking a multi-million-dollar plane.
Exactly. And that's a
Yeah.
total game changer for industries like that, where hands-on training
Yeah.
is essential, but it's also super dangerous or really expensive.
So you're saying XR can bridge the gap
Yeah,
between theory and practice.
absolutely.
I like that.
And it's not just about technical skills.
Okay.
EON Reality solutions are being used in healthcare, too,
Oh, wow.
for things like surgical training and patient education.
Now, that's something I'm really curious about.
Yeah.
How can XR help with surgery?
Well, imagine a surgeon being able to practice a really complex surgery
Okay.
on a virtual patient before they ever have to step into an actual operating room.
Okay.
They can hone their skills, refine their technique, and build up their confidence, all without any risk to an actual person.
Okay, so it's like a flight simulator for surgeons.
That's a great analogy. Yeah, and this can be really helpful for training on new techniques
Yeah.
or for like rare procedures. And EON Reality, they've even created VR simulations for laparoscopic surgery where, they're using those tiny instruments.
Yeah.
Through small incisions, it requires incredible precision.
Yeah.
And XR provides a safe and effective way to practice that.
Okay, so you mentioned patient education too.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. What are they doing there?
Well, imagine you're a patient and you're able to see your own anatomy in 3D
Oh, wow.
and see how a specific condition is affecting your body.
That's cool.
XR can make really complicated medical information way easier to understand,
Yeah.
more engaging for patients, so they feel more empowered to make decisions about their health.
Okay, so it's not just passively listening to your doctor anymore.
Right.
You're actually getting to see and understand what's going on.
Yeah, and it's more personalized, and it can lead to better, outcomes for the patient.
Yeah, makes sense.
EON Reality, they've even done VR experiences where patients can walk through their own medical scans.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
Right, so it's
Yeah.
a really personalized understanding of what's happening.
So it's healthcare and this technical stuff with Boeing.
Yeah.
What else are they doing? Are they just focusing on those two fields?
No, not at all. Their platform and their tools are really adaptable
Okay.
to a wide range of industries.
Got
So
it.
we're seeing them used for sales training,
Okay.
for customer service simulations,
Oh.
virtual museum tours,
Wow.
architectural walkthroughs.
Okay, you're blowing my mind a little bit with all this.
We'll just wait. There's more. One of the things I find most exciting about EON Reality
Okay.
is their focus on no-code solutions.
No code solutions. What is that?
So this means you can create your own XR experiences.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Without having to know how to code?
Exactly. Their platform. It's designed so anyone can create these experiences.
Okay.
They have this really intuitive drag and drop interface.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can build interactive scenarios. You can incorporate 3D models, add animations, and all sorts of special effects without having to code anything.
So you're telling me I could create a virtual tour of my house in VR
You could.
without knowing how to code?
You could, or you could create a training simulation for your team.
That's incredible.
And that's a game changer.
Yeah.
For small businesses or schools that maybe don't have the budget
Yeah.
to hire a whole team of developers,
Right.
it really democratizes access to this technology.
So EON Reality is not just making this cool technology. They're making a platform where anyone can be a creator.
Exactly, and that's what's so exciting about it because it opens up this world of possibilities for innovation and creativity. We're already seeing educators using it to build immersive lessons for their students.
Okay, cool.
Businesses are using it for engaging training programs for their employees.
So they're really living up to that name, EON Reality.
They are.
Really shaping the future of XR learning.
They are, and their commitment to innovation doesn't stop there.
Okay.
They're always exploring new ways to enhance their platform and push the boundaries of what's possible with XR.
So what's next for them?
Well, one area they're really focused on is integrating AI and machine learning even further.
Okay, so now we're getting really futuristic.
We are.
What does combining AI with XR look like?
Well, imagine virtual environments that can respond to your actions
Okay.
and even your emotions in real time.
That would be crazy.
It would. Or imagine having an AI-powered mentor that can actually provide personalized feedback and guidance based on your learning style and your progress.
It's like having a mind-reading tutor.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, and that's the kind of future that EON Reality is building towards.
So how does it actually work?
Yep.
How does AI make these experiences more adaptive?
Well, AI can be used to analyze tons of data about the learner's behavior and performance in the XR environment.
Okay.
So it can track things like your eye movements, your hand gestures, even your physiological responses.
Oh, wow.
To see, how engaged you are and how well you're understanding things.
Oh, wow.
And then all that data, it's used to tailor the experience in real time.
Oh, that's cool.
So providing feedback, maybe adjusting the difficulty level, or even suggesting a totally different learning path.
So like a super intelligent tutor who can adjust to your needs and guide you through it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And that's just one example of how AI can enhance XR learning.
So is that the main thing they're focused on AI?
Well, they're looking at using it for content creation assessment and even making XR more accessible.
Okay.
They're even experimenting with AI-powered virtual characters that can interact with you in more natural ways.
So they really seem to be leading the way in XR learning.
They do, and it's not just about the technology either.
Okay.
They're really active in building a global community of XR enthusiasts and educators.
Oh, wow.
They have a ton of free resources, and they even offer certifications
Really?
to help people develop their XR skills.
Right.
So they're committed to democratizing access to XR and empowering people to become creators.
So it's not just a company, it's a whole ecosystem.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm really impressed with all this, but I can't help but wonder, what's next? What does the future hold for all this?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's actually what we're going to explore in the final part of our deep dive today.
All right, let's do it.
We're going to look at some of the emerging trends that are shaping the XR landscape
Okay.
and talk about what they might mean for learning and training in the years to come.
Awesome. I can't wait. All right, so we've talked about the current state of XR and all of this learning and training stuff, and we've seen how EON Reality is making it more accessible and more effective.
Yeah.
But now I want to, put on my futuristic glasses
Okay.
and look into the crystal ball.
Yeah.
What's coming up in the future of XR? What trends and developments should we be keeping an eye on?
Well, the future of XR is just full of potential.
Okay.
And it's changing so quickly.
Yeah.
One of the biggest trends is the convergence of XR with other really cutting-edge technologies like AI and the Internet of Things.
Okay, so break that down for me. What happens when you mix XR with AI and IoT?
Well, imagine a world where virtual training environments are not just immersive,
Fair.
but they're intelligent and responsive. Imagine an AI-powered virtual mentor that can analyze your performance in real time,
Okay.
give you personalized feedback,
Yeah.
and maybe even predict your learning needs before you even realize them.
Okay, so that's like next level stuff.
It is.
It's like a mind-reading tutor.
It is.
Who's always one step ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. But how does IoT fit into all of this?
So with IoT, we're talking about connecting all sorts of physical objects to the internet
Okay.
so they can collect and share data. Now imagine incorporating those real-time data streams into your XR training simulations.
Oh, okay.
So say a technician is learning how to repair a jet engine.
Okay.
They could actually see live data from sensors inside a virtual engine.
Wow.
So the simulation becomes even more realistic.
And relevant to what they would actually be doing.
Exactly. And that's huge for industries like healthcare and manufacturing and even retail.
Okay, so give me an example.
Okay, well, medical students could practice surgery on a virtual patient,
Okay.
and the patient's vital signs would be responding based on real physiological data.
Wow, that's crazy.
Or you could have retail employees learning to manage a virtual store
Right.
that's mirroring real customer traffic and inventory.
So the line between training and the real world is just disappearing.
Exactly, and that's really the direction XR is heading.
So we're moving towards a future where learning just happens all the time
Yeah.
as part of our everyday lives and work.
Right, like imagine wearing AR glasses
Okay.
that overlay instructions and guidance as you're doing your job.
Oh, so no more bulky manuals.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So XR is less about escaping reality
Yeah.
and more about enhancing reality.
Exactly. And as the technology gets even better and cheaper,
Yeah.
we're going to see a ton of new XR applications popping up everywhere.
Okay, like what?
Well, you could have architects collaborating on 3D building designs in a shared virtual space.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Or sales teams giving virtual product demos
Yeah.
so customers can interact with 3D models from home.
It's going to revolutionize not just how we learn,
Right.
but how we work,
Yeah.
how we collaborate, even how we shop.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another really interesting trend, the metaverse.
Okay, the metaverse, it's a buzzword I hear all the time,
It is.
but I'm still not sure I totally get it. Can you explain what learning in the metaverse might look like?
Okay, well, imagine attending a virtual conference in the metaverse.
Okay.
You could network with people from all over the world,
Yeah.
attend lectures from experts, and even participate in hands-on workshops all from home.
Okay, that's a lot more interesting than just, sitting through a webinar.
It is, right.
Yeah.
And the metaverse can make learning more immersive, engaging, and social.
Okay.
Imagine universities offering entire degree programs in the metaverse.
Wow.
So students could interact with virtual professors and classmates,
Okay.
attend virtual labs, even go on virtual field trips.
So learning in the metaverse could be this totally transformative experience.
Yeah,
It breaks down all kinds of barriers and opens up access to education for everyone.
exactly. And that's really just the beginning.
Okay.
We're also seeing the development of new XR hardware and interfaces.
Okay, like what?
Things like haptic suits that let you feel sensations in VR,
Oh,
or brain-computer interfaces that can control virtual objects with your thoughts.
Okay, that sounds like science fiction.
It does, but it's closer than you think.
So the future of XR is going to be pretty wild.
It is.
But with all this exciting potential, I mean, there have to be some challenges too, right?
Of course, as with any technology, there are ethical and societal implications to consider.
Yeah, like what?
We need to make sure that XR is developed and used responsibly
Okay.
and address issues like data privacy, accessibility, and the potential for misuse.
Those are really important points.
They are, and that's why education and awareness are so crucial. The more people understand about XR,
Uh-huh.
the better we can shape its future in a positive direction.
So this has been a really incredible journey.
It has.
We've explored the present and future of XR and how it's changing the way we learn and train and work.
And so much more.
I'm leaving this conversation feeling inspired and a little mind blown.
Me too. It's an exciting time to be involved in this field.
It really is. And to our listeners out there, we hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and giving you a glimpse into what's possible with XR. If you want to learn more about EON Reality and their innovative solutions, we encourage you to visit their website.
And if you're feeling inspired to explore XR for yourself, there are tons of great resources available online.
Yeah.
From guides to tutorials.
The future of XR is being shaped right now, and we all have a part to play.
Absolutely. So stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged.
Well said. Thank you for joining me for this deep dive into the world of XR.
It was my pleasure.
And to all of our listeners out there, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into a fascinating topic. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries.